Bright, keep doing it. Don't stop. Mommy is sweet. This is how Bright and Jenny always moan whenever she calls Bright to a secret place. Please watch this video to the end and take precaution. Know who you marry, and always create time to monitor your family no matter your work. Ken and Jenny was the couple every single person admires. Their relationship started very early, when they were still in the university, and immediately they graduated, they decided to tie the knot. The both couple came from a very wealthy, and that made their marriage more interesting. Ken's father is a well-known oil mogul and a philanthropist who hails from the eastern part of Nigeria, while his mother is a medical doctor who works with a popular federal hospital and also operates her own private hospital in the city. Jenny's parents, on the other hand, were also doing pretty well in their own businesses. Her father is a general overseer in a popular Pentecostal church in Nigeria, and her mother was doing pretty well in her business, as she operates a big provision store. They both got married in a grand style and befitting wedding, and immediately after the wedding, they both moved into a newly built luxurious mansion, gifted to them by Ken's father. But unknown to Ken was that his newly wedded wife is a naughty woman, and was once a prostitute in the university, but she managed to keep it a secret from Ken all the years of their relationship. After 1 year of their marriage, Jenny gave birth to a bouncing baby boy whom they named Bright. Their home was filled with joy, but little did Ken knew that the arrival of Bright would bring to the end of their marriage. When Bright was just 7 years old, Ken started noticing unusual and unhealthy relationship between him and his mother. Bright would go to the bathroom with her mother, do almost everything with her mother. Jenny would even go naked in front of the little boy, and always feel as if there is nothing wrong with that. Whenever Ken tries talking to Jenny about the unsafe activities going on between her and their child, Jenny would pick offense saying, "It's just 7 years, for Christ's sake. Just try to understand that we are in a modern world, Ken. I mean, the boy is just social. I don't see anything wrong with him being close to his mother." Jenny would always defend Bright's actions whenever Ken brings the issue up. One day, Ken's mother came to visit them and spend some time with them. She noticed the unsafe friendship going on with her grandchild and the mother. She saw her grandchild playing with her mother's 2 oranges without her mother cautioning him. "This is unsafe, my daughter-in-law. You have to correct Bright from being too close to you to this extent. How can he be playing with your 2 oranges like that without you stopping him? Mama, your grandchild is still very young to know what is right and wrong. Let's stop thinking negative about my closeness with my son," Jenny said, countering her opinion. The old woman didn't know what else to say or to do than to keep quiet. But before going back, she called her son Ken secretly to advise him. "You have to stand up now and correct this very ugly action going on now. You are the head of the family, and you have to act fast before it gets out of hand. For what an elderly person can see while sitting down, even if a little child climbs mountain, he or she can never see it. I see danger in front if you don't act now." Unknown to Ken is that his wife Jenny has started abusing their son secretly whenever he's out for work. Bright put it inside. Jenny would always tell him whenever she's abusing him, until it became a normal life for both of them. One faithful day, Ken told his wife Jenny that he would be traveling for a meeting and would spend some couple of days away from home. Jenny became so happy, although she didn't show it up for her husband to notice it. She was happy that she would gain enough time to sexually abuse her son for her sexual satisfaction, since she's now addicted to making love with children. That very morning when Ken traveled out for the meeting, Jenny quickly called Bright to the sitting room for their usual romantic play. Ken was on his way with some of his friends going to the meeting when they received a notification on email that the meeting has already been canceled. So his friends suggested they go to his house to take some rest and talk about other things before going their separate ways. When they came close to the entrance door, Ken and his friends started hearing some unusual voices and comments coming out inside the sitting room. Bright put it inside the hole. "Be pushing in and out gently," Jenny said, moaning seriously. "Mummy is sweet," Bright said. "Bright, don't stop," Jenny said, still moaning loudly. They became so confused and wondering what Bright was putting inside the hole and pushing in and out. the loud moaning became so intense, and immediately Ken bagged inside the house to know what is behind the loud moaning. To his greatest surprise, he saw his wife making out with their only son in the sitting room. "What? What are you doing with my son?" Ken shouted in anger. "So this is the reason why you see nothing wrong with Bright's abnormal attitude. Because you have been taking advantage of this little boy that knows nothing." Jenny jumped up immediately and started apologizing to him. "I'm sorry, I don't know you will be back by now. I thought you went for a meeting," she said, sweating seriously. Even the friends that came with Ken got so disappointed. "You have to call the police immediately," one of them said. "This is pure child abuse and sexual harassment of minor. It is a very big case before the law," another friend added. Without wasting time, Ken called the police on her, and she was arrested immediately, while Bright was taken to the hospital for test and other health examination. When Jenny's parents had the news, they were so disappointed on their daughter, as she had not only committed a terrible crime, but also brought shame to the family. After treatment, Bright was taken to a correction service department for proper counseling, while Jenny was charged to court, after which she was sentenced to 10 imprisonment for defiling a minor and sexual harassment of minor. But Ken still felt the absence of his wife, even though she was a leopard in a sheep cloth. After a few years, he remarried to a new wife who took care of Bright.